Hey folks, Flappy here. The next season of Dimension20 was announced and okay, I am very excited to see some people on the player side of the table who have not been sitting there together before. Some of these faces might be familiar to you, some not so much, but just to be sure, let's meet the entire cast of A Court of Fae and Flowers. First off, we have the illustrious Dungeon Master, Bria Iyengar. She's got serious cred in the TTRPG scene, one on a list of 2 GMs who have ran games in the trifecta Dimension20, Critical Role, and the Adventure Zone. She always comes bearing gifts, and a scroll with her credits would roll right out the door. According to the FAQ, she'll be running the game using D&D 5e along with a system called Good Society, which is a Jane Austen-inspired TTRPG system built around what the game's website refers to as social ambition. This sounds insanely rad. Along with the setting of what was described by Abria as the Fae Realm, it's just gonna be wild. I don't know what to expect, but I know it's gonna be great. Moving on to the players, starting with the other trifecta belt wearer, Brennan Lee Mulligan himself. The esteemed go-to DM for Dimension20 is a master of improv and dips his toes into just about every college humor project. Always the DM and rarely the player. It'll be really nice to see Brennan in front of the screen rather than behind it once again. Emily Axford is probably the most legendary D&D player out there, like ever. She plays the game's most emotionally in-touch characters in Dimension20 and Not Another D&D Podcast, or NADPod for short. Her chaotic playstyle and character depth have made her an icon in the D&D world.
Looking forward to trying those drugs you gave me.
She's incredible. Can't wait to see it. Lou Wilson is an incredible player and another Dimension20 veteran. You may recognize him from ABC's Jimmy Kimmel Live. He's the guy that introduces James C. Kimmel every night. Known for making characters you would actually die for, his playstyle never disappoints. Okay, it's finally time to meet the newcomers, but first, just take a second to like this video. It really helps the channel a lot when you do so, so just click on the thumb below. Moving on to our new players, Serena Marie is an incredible artist who's been all around the D&D sphere, and if you haven't seen her before, go check out the Dungeon Run Campaign 2. She serves currently as Critical Role's product marketing manager. From what I gathered, she has an amazing mind's eye and an imagination for detail that's going to bring a whole lot to this very aesthetic campaign. Can't wait to see her in the dome. Oscar Montoya is an actor on HBO Max's Minx. He plays Richie, and his facial expressions are priceless. The guy seems like he does it all. High energy, low energy. Honestly, this season having such a huge Jane Austen focus, an actor is a really good addition to this fairy madhouse that they've created. Just look at the makeup he's wearing. It's incredible. Our final cast member is the one who I actually had the hardest time finding information on. Omar Najam is the extremely funny host of a podcast known as Thank You for Questing. The podcast is basically RPGs, but more improv based. So the humor in it can actually get pretty wild.
You get to a fork in the road.
Like a chicken's foot.
If you want to check it out, I'll slap a link down below. That's it for introductions. I am pumped for a new season with another incredible cast. Let me know what you're most excited for in the comments, and I'll catch you next time.